So, hello everyone, and a warm welcome to the Semiconductor Rendez-Vous, which is organized by Mobile Heights together with our French sister cluster Minalogic, and also in cooperation with the three big French-Italian companies, STMicroelectronics, Lynred, and Soitec. A warm welcome to you all. It's really nice to see so many of you here today. Actually, we had more than 110 people who registered for this event, and it is not only today, as you know, but it's a two-day conference, and some people are joining us tomorrow and are not here today. So I'm really looking forward to talking to you all, and I hope that you will have some nice days here that will lead to future cooperations and interesting talks. My name is Löfqvist, and I am the head of our member community and our events at Mobile Heights. And just want to mention some practicalities before we start. So we have one emergency exit over there and one there. And the gathering point, if anything happens, is outside in the square. And with that, I would just like to hand over to our moderator, which is Catherine Jury from Minalogic. The stage is yours.
I left my voice in front, so I need a micro. Well, thank you, Molly. It's really nice to see all of you here today. I would like to remind you why we are all here and what is the IPCEI about. IPCEI means Important Project of European Common Interest, and it is a key strategic instrument for implementing the European Union industrial strategy. So now IPCEI features projects with a dedicated focus on R&D as well as first industrial deployment. So it is within this framework that 5 countries have worked on this first IPCEI on microelectronics. And there were 4 European members, France, Italy, Germany, and Austria, as well as United Kingdom. And a lot of companies and RTOs were part of this project, 32. And 3 of them are our guest stars today. So STMicroelectronics, Soitec, and Lynred. And this IPCEI allows these companies to have very ambitious research development and also to invest in special equipment. So they will say a lot about all this in the afternoon. Well, the IPCEI is divided in 5 technology fields, and they are all complementary and interlinked, and 4 of them will be addressed during the conference. So we will speak about energy-efficient chips, power semiconductors, sensors, and also compound materials. And the objectives are very hot topic these days. You reduce the energy consumption, increase reliability, improve safety, and so on. And an important thing of this IPC project is that the results of the technological knowledge is to be disseminated toward a country that is not part of the 5 countries. So this is a reason why Mobile Heights hosts this event today. And also, you will see that the ecosystem of Mobile Heights is of high interest regarding all the topics and technologies of the projects. And why Minalogic? Well, our 3 guest stars are members of Minalogic. We also have some experience of this kind of spillover event. And well, Erasmia will say a lot about Minalogic. If we want to have a quick look of the program, a quick overview. Well, today we will have the presentation of the IPC partners and a lot of speeches to present the technologies. Tomorrow also, and at the end we will have a panel discussion about the future of microelectronic in Europe. What else? Well, for the speeches, just to understand the storyline, we will go through the different technology fields and from the material to the end products. And also there are demonstrations just over there, behind the door. And also, if you want to communicate about this event, please use the hashtag IPCEI-Conf. And now I will let Erasmia and Ola, CEO of Minalogic and Mobile Heights, say a lot of this event.
Yes.
Hello everyone, I'm really thrilled to be here today because you know what, we started discussion with all the stakeholders of this event 1 year ago. We talk a lot with STMicroelectronics, Soitec and Lynred, discussion going back and forth, and then with Mobile Heights. And here we are 1 year after. We are here to launch the very first spillover event of the first IPCEI on microelectronics. So really, I'm really happy to be here. And okay, today we are going to talk about semiconductor. And it's very important to do so because semiconductor components are critical for many industries and for the whole economy. I know that you don't want to hear about the COVID-19 crisis, but still this crisis taught us a lesson, right? That we need to take major steps for a more resilient European chip supply chain. And we have good news. On one hand, we have the new IPCEI on microelectronics and communication technology, which embraces 20 participating member states compared to 5 in the previous IPCEI, and more than 90 entities, prospective beneficiaries. And on the other hand, the CHIPS Act will strengthen Europe's technological leadership and will mobilize 43 billion euro of public and private investment. So I think those are good news, don't you think, Ola?
I agree. It's a new phase that we are now entering.
And really, I want to thank you and thank Mobile Heights and the team for hosting this event today.
Thank you, Erasmia. And you might wonder in the audience, why are we here as representatives for a French cluster and for a Swedish semiconductor tech cluster? Well, the fact is we have had very strong connections between France and Sweden for many, many years. And I have personally been involved in those connections for all of my career, more or less. I started as a young engineer working in a startup company. My first business travel was to Sofia Antipolis in order to create a partnership with a very large smart card company back in those days. And also continuing from my personal experience, I have worked a lot in the large context with Ericsson and the long collaboration that ST and Ericsson has had over the years. So I think there are very good reasons to continue building on that strong relationship that we have, and I'm also really happy that we, Minalogic and Mobile Heights, that we are now at this point where we do things together to connect you, because the important thing is here is, excuse me for saying it, it's not for us being up here and talking on the stage.
Of course not.
The important thing is for you to meet and to create new connections and to be creative about how we can move forward.
Yes,
together.
connect peoples and build bridges between, technology and their potential application fields, right? Is what we want to see here today.
The whole value chain. And when it comes to cooperation on European level, we are not two isolated islands working together. There is actually a collaboration between semiconductor hubs or microelectronics hubs in Europe already established since more than 10 years back, in fact, called Silicon Europe Alliance.
Exactly.
And Erasmia, Minalogic, you were actually one of the founders of that alliance.
Yes, Minalogic was one of the founders of Silicon Europe Alliance back in 2015, or we started maybe in 2012 or something like that. The project started in 2012, and finally we created this alliance a few years later.
Yeah. So it's actually a quite elaborate network, and we can help out in providing connections, not only to our respective clusters, but in fact all of Europe. All the important hubs in Europe are part of that alliance.
Yes.
But Erasmia, what is Minalogic? What do you do?
Yes, that's a good point. What is Minalogic about? So Minalogic is a global innovation cluster. We are for technologies, right, for digital technology for the France Auvergne-Rhône-Alpes region. We are a major actor in innovation. I like to say that Minalogic is an ecosystem shaker, and we have more than 500 members, including startup, SMEs, mid-cap companies, large corporations, cutting-edge research lab, and universities. So our core technology, which is very important, are, of course, microelectronics, optic photonics, AI, artificial intelligence, IoT, cybersecurity, and, in a more prospective way, quantum technologies. And what do? We kind of support our ecosystem by facilitating networking and also fostering R&D projects, mixing industry and R&D labs. So let's have key figures, because it's kind of important. I would say that we, so far, Minalogic has certified 817 R&D projects for a total investment of 2.6 billion euros in R&D, with 1.1 billion euros of this investment in the form of public funding. And what else can I say? That the technology, products, and services developed by our members address all industries.
Yeah. And let me just say that for us at Mobile Heights, Minalogic is kind of we want to follow you in your tracks. We are a smaller cluster in terms of members. We are 120 members plus.
Younger cluster also.
Yes, we are a younger cluster, and we see the possibilities with working the way you do with the companies, with academia, and with the public entities in order to get things done. So I cannot present as impressive figures as Minalogic, but we are certainly on the path of doing something more here in this region, in Skåne as well. I like to say we organize the ecosystem here in Skåne. That is our task, in fact.
Yes, and we'll be happy to receive you in next March for the Minalogic business meetings, right?
Yes, so that's a good opportunity. We might advertise that here and now, in fact, that we will organize a trade mission to Grenoble in March. It's a nice place to go to.
Yes.
Right? So
Very snow, I think, in March. I'm not sure. Yeah.
So
End of March, maybe.
So keep your eye out for that. The more info about that will follow later on.
Okay. Okay, so today, 3 major stakeholders right in the microelectronic industry are going to share their knowledge and results generated through their participation in the first IPCEI on microelectronics. So the 3 companies, as Catherine said, are members of Minalogic. 3 members, STMicroelectronics, a company of creators and makers of semiconductor technology, I like that. Soitec, a manufacturer of engineered substrate, and Lynred designs and manufactures infrared sensors. And let's see, should we remind the goal of this meeting? I think it's so important.
I think so. In fact, I mean, we don't need to tell you here from the stage how much focus the semiconductor topic has right now in Europe. And actually, the goal here is to accelerate the collaboration between our parts, our regions in Europe. And I think I speak for the both of us when I say that we are really happy to be able to contribute to that by connecting you and by having spreading the knowledge that we will see during this conference from this stage by the different speakers.
Yes.
So that's our contribution to a more sustainable and resilient semiconductor industry in Europe going forward.
Yes, I think that we can say also we are really happy to contribute to building, Europe's technological sovereignty.
Yeah, and with that, I think we leave the stage for the first speaker.
Yes,
right?
let the show begin. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.